Hello everyone, Bubbles here, and before we get into the video, I have a quick announcement to make. So I'm probably going to be doing a Q&A in the future, so if you guys are interested in that, make sure to, in the comments below, tell me what are some of the questions you have for me, and hopefully I will be able to answer them before the Q&A comes out. Make sure to just tell me in the comments below. But anyways, there was a lot of things in Fortnite. There's skins, guns, landing, back bling, pickaxes, gliders, trails, loading screens, and even more. So I decided to make a list of my favorite of every single one of the major things in Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, all of this is opinion, and some of the stuff that you might think are cool is not out at the time I'm recording this. Also, I'm probably not going to have most of the stuff on this list, so I won't be able to show pictures or video of it because I don't have it, and due to copyright, I can't do that. But besides that, let's get into the video of my favorite things in Fortnite. First off is one of the more important things in Fortnite, and that is guns. Now, there's a close tie now between the heavy shotgun and the grenade launcher. Now, I made a list about my favorite guns earlier, but that has changed. So now, I'd have to say it's the heavy shotgun, since they're so useful for close range since I push all the time whenever I'm playing aggressive now. And heavy shotgun is the best shotgun since it's the most consistent, has the best range, and is also fast but powerful at the same time. So, overall, it's my favorite gun. Now, there is a lot of skins in Fortnite. So many I probably couldn't even count. But by far, the best to me is the Skull Trooper. Now, the Skull Trooper was released as one of the first skins next to the Ghoul Trooper, and it was awesome. This skeleton is black and white, and has a cool mask over him that looks really cool. It's very rare, which also adds to the epicness, and it looks really menacing. It's a classic look, and Halloween is one of my favorite holidays anyways, so I have to put this as my favorite skin, without a doubt. Now, as drop spots go, it's very important to get a good spot, and Salty Springs is the best spot for me. Now, Salty Springs is in the center of the map, so you usually don't have to worry about the store much, and it has pretty good loot, with around 9 to 14 chests in its 5 houses. There's also about 3 to 7 people there, so there's a good amount of action, but not too much so that you die there, which makes it really fun and entertaining. I've landed there a lot over the course, so there is a lot of nostalgia there too, but besides just nostalgia, overall it's a great place, and it's my favorite drop spot. In Backbling, there's a lot of good ones, such as the Ravens and the Black Knights, but I had to put the Dark Void, which is the Dark Vanguard's Backbling here, because it is amazing. It's basically like the Dark Matter, which is the Dark Voyager's Backbling, but 10 times cooler. It's really dope with its black, and it has an orange and purple glow that looks really sick. It may stand out, but as far as how good it looks, it is definitely the best backbling. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube, probably more than I should, and Fortnite is one of the things I watch. So my favorite Fortnite YouTuber, besides myself of course, has to be either Lachlan or Muselk. They're both really good at the game and talk a lot with good remarks and a good personality. But if I had to choose one, it would probably be Muselk, since he was the first Fortnite YouTuber I ever watched play Fortnite on their channel, which gives it good nostalgia. Now, besides just guns as weapons, there's also non-gun weapons, and C4 is my favorite. It's decently common, so I get a lot of good practice for it, and you can set up so many cool traps with this. Also, if you have a base, put C4 over it, so if you're about to die, blow it up and your enemies will go down with you, and if you're in a squad match, you might be able to save your team. And C4 overall is an awesome explosive, and it is my favorite non-gun weapon. Now, there's a couple different traps. There's the standard trap, there's the bounce trap, there's the cozy campfire, but the best one is the launch pad. It's good for escaping danger and pushing the enemy when you want to be aggressive, which I usually do. So, I just like the launch pad. It is very good, and even though you don't find it much, when you do find it, it is amazing. Now, you may have a load of guns, an awesome skin, and a back bling to go, but if you don't have healables, you won't be able to survive fights. And the medkit is the best healable. It fills you all the way up to 100 health, and it can even be stacked up to 3 in one item slot. It's a green, so it's fairly common, and by far, it is the item that gives you the most health or shield per stack besides bandages, but those can only go to 75 health, so I would have to say that the medkit is the best healable. Now, as pickaxes go, they're all pretty similar, have the same design-ish with a couple of different palette swaps or colors. But Chomp Jr. is an epic pickaxe, literally, that has a shark on a hook. Now, Chomp Jr. is really cool because it's original and creative, and the shark just looks amazing, which is why I wish I really had it. But obviously I don't have quite enough money to spend on that many V-Bucks, but if I ever do, I'm definitely going to get Chomp Jr. I usually don't see gliders a lot since you only see them in the air, but when you do, whenever I see the deep space glider, it makes me nervous. This black-blue spaceship is really dark and really sick, and usually dark things in Fortnite look really cool. And the fire coming out of it when it glides is an awesome touch that makes this the best glider. Now, one of the things out of the many that sets Fortnite apart from different battle royales is the dances. And there's a lot of good ones. Groove Jams, Electro Shuffle, Break-In, Disco Fever, and the Worm, just to name a few. But the Squawk Kit tops them all. Purple Dance is what it is, and it is kind of expensive, but I like dances that I can't do, so pretty much most of the dances, so the Squawk Kick is really impressive. The music goes along with the song well, and that style of dance is hilarious and very impressive, which is why the Squawk Kick is the best dance. Now, the best emote has to be Flippin' Sexy. It's a blue emote that's only 500 V-Bucks, and it's awesome. Flippin' Sexy looks flippin' awesome, and its final pose makes it a really cool emote. Now, Season 3 and Season 4, I wish Season 2, I have had the Battle Pass, so there might be a little bit of bias here, but my favorite Battle Pass has to be Season 3. I had a load of competition between my friends to see which rank you could have, which Season 4 has not done, and there was a load of awesome skins, such as Dark Voyager, Reaper, and Elite Agent, loads of cool dances, such as the Robot and Best Mates, and there was a common theme throughout the entire Battle Pass. I just hope Season 5 takes notes and is just as good. The most overlooked in Fortnite is trails. There's not a lot of good trails, not a lot of trails period, but Flames is probably the best. Fire is cool, fire is good, so Flames is probably the best. And now the last thing I have is the loading screen. Loading screen is kind of overlooked, and usually I just make it random so it can be different and mix it up. But out of them all, I would say Looming Threat is the best. It has Omega breaking out of prison, and the meteor that hits before makes it all into a continuous story that is a pretty good storyboard. So obviously there's a load of great items in Fortnite, and these were just my favorite, so make sure to tell me what your favorite were in the comments below. Also, make sure to say what questions you have for me in the Q&A, and that's all I have for today. I'm Bubbles, I'm out, and remember, nobody likes sweet toast.